It's back o'clock.
Baby!
And we got some business to discuss.
Business.
Particularly the business of making my... Wait, before we do that. Let's run around. Yeah.
Jubilee.
Yeah. Okay, now. Let's
Hello, Black Flame Asura.
Hello.
The business.
Chaos, we are doing business. We are also just busting ass.
Gross.
In stronging our boy.
Yep.
Black Flame Asura, this is a mono grass run.
We appreciate
it. It did not
Thank
take us long
follow.
in the stream to make a fart joke, did it?
No, it was under a minute.
So we're gonna go in here and level him up a little bit more. Oh,
Rusty, you should probably introduce us.
Oh, hello. I'm Rusty. With me on the call, we've got Nathan and Ian.
Hello.
I'm Ian.
Nathan is the one that got me this team set up. Ian is the one that didn't get me this team set up.
That's true.
And together, the three of us, plus occasionally some other people, are Cobrastryke Lightningbolt. Welcome to the channel.
I also just love the way that Toad Scroll moves around.
Oh,
Did you see
wiggles.
When you threw that ball and then started moving backwards, your model absolutely started moving backwards while still in the ball throw animation. So you did kind of this weird, like, Hess backslide.
Very impressive.
Making Pokemon fan games, hats off to anybody that, like, even attempts that.
It's not easy.
It's not easy. And knowing just the faintest bit about anything, yeah, that's not easy, and hats off to anybody that does that. Clive.
So, Rusty, what's your strategy for facing these poisonous people?
Ground type.
Yeah, getting my ground type to be a little stronger. That's a lot of it.
Your dragon type also probably could help.
Yeah.
Graphite.
But I'd like to get a stronger special ground move than Mud Shot if I can. I know it gets Earth Power super late, and that's really kind of the only other one in that.
Yeah. I was doing Tentacruel, and I'm like, hold on, that's the wrong Pokemon.
Not Tentacruel.
And I did that
it's different.
And I did that like 4 times.
Yeah, 54.
Yeah.
It's like in the 50s for Earth Power, isn't it?
Yeah, 54.
Yeah.
I mean, you could go get the TM.
For Earth Power?
Yeah.
Is there like a guaranteed drop that's worth looking for right now?
Ian's gonna find out for you.
Area 0, the Asada Desert, Lucido Mountain, South Province, Area 6.
Asado Desert is doable. Is there a guaranteed drop or is it just random?
TMs are usually a guaranteed.
Is it like up a hill in the desert?
My guess is if it's in the Asada Desert, it's probably on one of the big plateaus.
Yeah.
That could be problematic. I don't have.
I am trying to find.
Yeah.
Does it not give a
But
list?
20 levels early Earth Power is great if we can make it. If we can swing it. But yeah, as far as my strategy to beat this poison gym with my grass team, I do think Toadscruel is going to be a big part of it. I do think Hydrapple is going to be a big part of it, just for like power. Hydrapple is great. And probably Breloom. That seems good, right?
I mean, like, poison types by definition are going to resist your
fighting stab. So
I thought it was the other way around.
nope.
Once again, my dog shit memory has failed me.
You get the TM for Earthquake for fighting for fighting 5 people in the desert
Yeah,
from the league rep.
Earthquake is definitely useful.
According to Cerebi, it's on a rock formation in the east. And I guess it's on one of the big plateaus.
Yeah.
According to this list, it's not on.
Earthquake is useful, but not for
Toadscruel specifically. But I think Breloom.
I am almost certain Breloom gets it, and he's going to hit hard with it. He's going to hit like a truck. He's a big, strong man.
Big, strong boy. It may not.
There is one on Glacido Mountain.
Bulldoze, Mudshot, Dig. No. It does. Breloom does not get through it.
Really?
Yeah.
Which is good. I don't want my mushrooms causing earthquakes.
Yeah.
Earthquake, Shroom. Hey, open up your team real quick for me.
I also have
ABR.
this.
I mean, that Flygon might help.
That Flygon
Yeah, it's green. It's grass type, right?
Yeah, that Flygon is not legal, but neither is a Slitleo. Neither is this Mastiff. Even though I did catch this Mastiff this run, for obvious reasons. Not legal to be in my party. I'm not wrong, right? I can't climb. Okay. So you said there was one on Glacido?
Yeah. It is on a cliff edge in the northeast, east of the river.
So we're looking like in this kind of zone?
Let's see, hold on.
Hold on, we're dancing squares. Bravo.
Maybe.
I would assume somewhere over there, probably. East of the river.
But it's going to take you a while to get there.
Unless it's
Nah.
talking about go up. Unless it's talking about over the kind of towards the ferry bit.
That would be northwest.
It did say northeast, didn't it?
I don't think it's going to take that long. I'm not going to go to any gyms.
Yes.
And it is worth skipping 20 levels of XP to go grab it.
The other option is to go kind of toward Alfornada. In South Province Area 6, it's on a cliff on the eastern part of the mountain.
Over here.
That's kind of in the kind of right in there if I'm following that description correctly.
I think that's a harder zone to get through than this one.
That may not be incorrect.
Like levels wise. But this zone is a bunch of ice types, so I'll die either way.
And like I said, this is the vague description on Cerebi. I can't guarantee that I can get you to the specific location.
Right. I'm gonna look around and we can always fly out of there if we get into trouble.
Yeah, the worst thing that happens is you get some fly spots.
Yeah. The thing is, I've got 2 fights in a row, really, that I'm weak against, so I'm trying to power up any way I can.
Give me fire, give me that what's outside.
Ooh. I wasn't really thinking about it. I probably should have done it off stream. But here we are.
Yeah. Taking kind of a midpoint grinding stream is not a bad call.
Yeah.
You're getting kind of into that part of the game where you're gonna have to kind of.
Well, while you're in transit, Rusty, I want to read you a story.
Okay.
Okay. By Tumblr user In Babylon They Wept. So once, me and my wife were watching a documentary where a snake ate like 1 million eggs. That snake just went to fucking town on eggs. And the snake made the eggs look so good that I kept thinking about it and thinking about it and thinking about it. And eventually it was 11 p.m. and I ran out of willpower and I decided to eat one, in parentheses, one singular raw egg just to prove to myself that the snake was surely a liar.
Oh, God.
The snake was not a liar. Texture is, like, super important to me, and raw eggs are very texture. So I had another one, and then another one, and then another one, and eventually I ran out of eggs. I had, like, 15 raw eggs.
Oh, God.
I didn't really know how to explain this momentary madness to my wife, so my plan was to put all the eggshells in a grocery bag, and then throw that grocery bag in the dumpster. And if she never noticed that, that would be excellent. And if she noticed immediately, then I could lie and say that the eggs went bad. Except I can't lie very good. And of course, with Murphy's Law being such, I got salmonella. Which is, like, the least surprising part of the story.
Yeah.
That's me editorializing there for the record.
Yeah.
So I threw up a lot, and my wife asked me what poisoned me, and I tried very hard to dodge the question, but I was oozing shame like oil from a room temperature cheese.
That's descriptive.
And eventually I gave in and told her everything, and to her enormous credit, she was more flabbergasted than actually upset. She did make me promise not to eat any more raw eggs, which I have stuck to, and gives me weird looks during nature documentaries now, as if desire was the only thing keeping me from eating thousands of pounds of krill. So, Rusty, if you found that your partner, in a moment of mania, decided to down 15 raw eggs, what would your response be?
So, here's the thing. I already know that I like my eggs more raw than my partner. I really like a soft scramble. I like my fried eggs open face. Like a good crisp on the bottom, but like nothing on the top. I want the white to be fully cooked and the yolk to be goo.
I cannot stand runny eggs. They're the grossest thing in the world.
And you are not the first friend I've had that's wrong about this opinion.
Also, Sammy, that does make you roughly the size of a barge.
So if I found out that my partner was downing raw eggs, I would be very, very upset from a, like, you're making me cook eggs the way I don't love, and you're doing this perspective. Because, like, I prefer the soft scramble. I prefer the open fried egg. But it's not, like, the only way I enjoy egg. And she hates it. So we compromise and do the way we both tolerate. And if I found out she was downing raw eggs, there might be a fight about it, honestly. Not because I think that the downing the raw eggs is wrong. But it's the principle, you know?
Yeah.
So
Also, modern American eggs are hard to get salmonella from. They're pretty clean.
I can think of a way.
Which makes
Eating
me think
15 raw ones.
Which makes me think that maybe the eggs were already going to begin with.
That, or this is just a person from another part of the world.
the other thing is,
Well, so if you're from the other part of the world, they stay good longer because they don't scrub off the protective covering. In the US, as long as your eggs are fresh, they're cleaner.
Yeah.
But like in the UK, your eggs stay fridge stable or even shelf stable like way longer than American eggs.
Yeah.
Which is why I think that his eggs were maybe already going because of the way America cleans their eggs.
Yeah.
the other thing is they could have been
This frost slice is about to fuck you up.
yeah.
Nope, I'm gonna run.
You do have Pokédolls, probably. It's on a cliff edge in the northeast. East of the river.
Yeah, I'm here at this cliff edge. I'm looking around to see any. I'm looking for yellow.
It was all yellow.
It's all yellow.
I don't really like that song actually.
Damn it.
Sammy, I do fairly often. Like I'll microwave day old rice to get it like super hot, or sometimes if I'm really feeling really fancy, I'll refry some rice in my wok, and then stick it in a bowl and stir egg into the rice, and it cooks the white and leaves the it turns it into like a custardy delicious, which is similar to tamago kake gohan, but not exactly. I don't have the furikake.
I did not know for a really long time that Gohan was just egg.
Right, but I feel like the furikake, I do have mirin and soy sauce, and salt. Obviously, I have salt.
Rusty, I do have a picture of where it's located at if you want me to pull that up.
Yes, if you would post it in the doobly-doo.
Pull up your map and I can kind of guide you to it.
You're actually right by it.
You're pretty close to it.
I also I got MSG the other day, Sammy. I use it all the time now that I have it.
Yeah.
It's great.
So basically, hold still.
Yep.
So you see the two kind of brown waves to your left. Those two
Down.
South. Right there.
Right there.
Right there. Yeah, these two kind of brown waves here. It's a little bit below that.
A little bit south of that.
A little south of that. Okay.
Yeah. Probably around that cliffside.
There-ish. Little bit, yeah, it's a little bit more towards that.
I think that's it. Oh
Target
no.
acquired.
Guarded by ghosts! Bust those ghosts!
Bustin' makes me feel good.
Whoa! You see me sneaky snake through that?
You did, kinda.
You did.
Yeah, I finally, like, I've intended to get MSG to cook with for a long time because I like cook in my walk all the time, and all of the recipes are like use MSG, just get it.
Yeah,
we finally did it, and it's great.
People in America need to.
Adam, do you call Frostmoth Snom Mom? Because that's pretty funny.
Snom nom 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 nom.
People in America need to get the fuck over whatever it is they have against MS. MSG is great.
So, the fear of MSG is racist. That does not mean that every person who is afraid of MSG is a racist. But it does mean that they have been taken by racist propaganda. And you need to...
Adam, I'm less enamored with that name.
You need to unlearn that racism now that you know about it. If you just straight up don't like MSG and like you've tried it and you don't like the flavor, that's a different thing. But the it's not healthy thing comes from Red Scare politics. It literally directly from racist fearmongers. So, if you are one of these people that has always heard that MSG is really dangerous and you should look for things that don't have MSG in it, did Toadstool not just learn it? No, okay, I'm crazy. I'm just trying to do two things at once. Okay. I'm going to... This is my primary damage move. And this is my secondary damage move. And these are my good stuff.
Umami.
Umami. And my partner, who has been mentioned in the stream already, grew up in a household where there wasn't like a lot of cooking. She recently, like, she was talking to me about how, like, how do you get the Pop-Tarts out of the toaster so easily? I always struggle getting the Pop-Tarts out of the toaster. And I was like, I just could not understand how it could be a problem. But she had seen the shape of the toaster and the shape of the Pop-Tart, and she was putting them in long ways. And so even when the toaster's popped all the way up, it's too short to grab.
Yep.
Yeah.
She's never interacted with a toaster. I'm furious at her.
Sometimes
parents.
people just like come from different worlds.
Right. Yeah, now she learned. And this is not, I'm not like trying to make fun of her. I'm furious at her parents for having pizza every night. Which is like what her life has been for quite some time. But I was like really excited about the MSG. I was talking to her about it, and I was trying to describe the flavor. And I was like, well, so we got salt, we got sweet, we got savory, and we got umami. And she was like, she like laughed at umami. She thought I was like making up the flavor of umami to say umami. And so we had like a whole conversation about how, no, look, umami is like one of the categories of flavors.
I had a similar conversation with my mother when I was about 10. I, of course, being the one thinking that umami was made up. Yeah. And my...
Yeah, to be clear, our mom was a very active cook, and our parents were both fairly forward in teaching us how to cook.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, what like actually makes me upset about my partner's situation is that like her family is big scouts. And like her brothers got a different education than she did growing up. And that's very frustrating. Her brothers are like good cooks.
Brutal!
Explode him.
Oh yeah, you don't have to soak your potatoes before you mash them. You're correct.
And you have things like that. I had to show my roommate how to load a dishwasher because he wasn't very familiar with it. Sometimes just people don't have the same experiences as you.
Well, and like that just comes from like we come from a state
Not everybody has a dishwasher.
that not everybody has a dishwasher.
Right.
And I am very glad that he like had the
Yeah, I'm like yeah, that is like I'm glad that you asked me. Thank you for like doing that.
Yeah, Nathan is a very good teacher, so he and like I'm glad that he felt comfortable enough to ask.
Yeah.
You know.
And like Leslie, you and I have worked at camp. We've had to teach people how to do their laundry.
I was gonna say I led what felt like I was leading a seminar at OU when I went. I have two stories from OU about laundry. One of them much better than the other. The first weekend we were there. My roommate was very sheltered, grew up very affluent in the Northeast, and so he's like, I have either my mother or we had people that did our laundry. Like he's like, for a while we had a laundry service. And he's like, I've just never done it, and so I was like, oh yeah, no problem. I'll show you how to do it. And there were other people in our dorm that caught wind of that, and so I went to teach him how to do it, and it ended up literally, I think it was like 10 people from my dorm floor, all of them male. We can talk about that later. They all like followed me, and I taught them how to do it. I taught them, especially in a situation where you don't know these washers and dryers very well. You need to be cognizant of what colors will bleed and what won't. Never put especially something new red
that has never been washed before with your whites.
Especially
wind up with pink socks.
Especially when we're at a school where the main color is red, and if you're gonna get a free T-shirt, it's gonna be red. Or white, either way.
Yeah.
And this is how you make sure that you don't have pink clothes and stuff. And so I ended up teaching like 10 guys one day how to do it. The other story I have about teaching about laundry is one day I went down and found a girl loading her clothes into 4 washers. Now, at OU, I lived at one of the towers, which had 14 floors, and each floor had held like 100 people. So there's like 1,400 people in this building, and there's like 10 washers and 10 dryers.
Mm-hmm.
So
I'm not gonna say I never pulled a move like that. I don't think I ever took 4, but occasionally I did take more.
I was gonna say I wouldn't have gotten angry if it were 2, but she had 4. She had 3 going. I came and she was loading the 4th, and I'm like, absolutely not.
That you can put enough clothes in one, even if you are out of clothes.
Yeah.
You can put enough clothes in one to get you to your turn next time.
Yeah. And I'm like, and I was kind of like having a rough day that day anyway. So I came in, saw her, realized that like those were all hers, and I'm like, no, absolutely not. And she like turned around and just looked at me like, what are you, like, I'm like, no. There's 1,400 people in this building.
I basically have to teach people how to use a mop every year at camp. And not like, there's a certain amount of training that I expect, like, here's how like our system works. But like there's occasionally people that like have never used a mop in their life.
Yeah.
And they think that it's a magical technology that cleans by getting the floor wet. It usually doesn't get this bad, but every once in a while I have to like, okay, we're going to clean this spot on the floor on our hands and knees with a rag. And you're going to do that until you want to create an invention that makes you not have to do it on your hands and knees. And then you will understand what a mop is.
Yeah.
Sammy, I used to pull a similar stunt with my mom. Ian and I did debate in high school, and in debate we wear suits. So I would make a big show of like setting up our ironing table in front of my mom and starting to iron my shirts and stuff. And she would just get so angry at me that I wasn't doing it the way that she was raised, that she would just take it from me and do it.
I was like, I didn't say anything about it, but I was like, are you really doing that? And no, he absolutely...
You know what? If she had never touched me, I'd have ironed my shirts just fine, and I would have still gone and won all the stuff that I do. But if she really wanted to, like, raise a stink that I was doing it wrong, she was more than welcome to take it from me and do it herself.
For the most part, like, our parents were very... Like, we did chores our entire lives. We did laundry, we did dishes. For the most part, our parents were like, once they taught us, they kind of left us alone. Except when it came to folding, like, doing laundry. Especially towels. Oh my god. My parents both do their towels a separate way.
That has always been kind of a running gag between my parents, is that dad folds them one way, mom folds them the other.
And they will just go and backfill the other.
And just like a very slow, like, like butting of heads there that they don't actually think that they're going to win, but like they still want to be right, so that they'll just kind of like slowly push onto us the method they think is correct.
Yeah.
You wanted to do a debate, you wanted to learn, but you had too many questions about light versus dark and materials.
I think she's talking about how to do laundry. And I haven't gone to the same college as Sammy. I agree. The RAs there are very nice.
Yeah.
They were great. I love them.
And I probably should have just gone to an RA, but I came down with my clothes, and this girl was like, had like 4 washers going, and I just kind of went off on her. I don't think I said anything like that I truly regret, but
well,
so,
you can
sometimes you just have to have that conversation. You're like, hey, look, man,
you can do things that are bad that you don't regret.
Yeah, like so I was on the 9th floor, and like it is all the way in the basement, and like I think I ended up walking down because the elevators and the towers were not working half the time, and kind of had a long day, and I just came in. She had 4 washers, and I just remember going, no, absolutely not. And she just like turned around and like open mouth like looked at me like deer in the headlights, and I kind of went off, and I was like, no, you do not get 4 washers. There are 1,500 people in this building.
Rusty, are you out here blasting fans?
I am.
What level are you looking to get to?
I was looking at that. I think maybe 40. I'm leveling up pretty quickly right now.
It's the 30.
Yeah, so the Starmobile's 33.
Oh, Starmobile's 33 in here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how
Then I think I'll probably do like 37.
so
I've got probably my in-game moveset. I did not know that it gets Seed Bomb so early.
You probably want a special grass move instead of a physical one.
yeah.
Oh, you right. I wasn't thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah, I probably want Giga Drain over
It's
Seed Bomb.
do you want the passive healing from Giga Drain, or do you want the damage from Energy Ball? Kind of ends up being the
Or Solar Beam. I can run Sun.
yeah. And I don't think for running an all grass team, having Sun to boost things, I don't think that's a bad call.
If you really are dedicated to running a physical move, you could also run Power Whip.
Yeah. No, I really like Seed Bomb, and I wasn't thinking.
Cover Whip.
I am excited for... Oh, no, it's Earth Eater.
Rusty got it.
Earth.
Rusty got it. I got Twooth when I fought Earthworm in my game the first time. I definitely got Swooth.
Breloom uses Seed Bomb very, very well.
Yeah.
Yes. Though if you're running Technician, you probably want to run Bullet Seed.
Is it Technician?
I don't know if yours is, but
I don't think so. I definitely have run Technician Bullet Seed Breloom before, and it's bonkers.
I think you said that yours was Effects.
It is Effect Sport.
Then yeah, Seed Bomb's great.
Yeah.
1500 sounds so much better than 1400, Sammy. It was somewhere. It was like 1430 something, and 1500 just sounds better. Call me out. I
There were 2,000 people in the tower. By the time I got to the ground floor, there were 2,500.
I do think I like Seed Bomb over Leech Seed, even though it's physical. My spread isn't huge right now. And
if that's the case, you may want to swap off of Big Root then.
That's probably true. But I'm probably only ever going to use Toxic. I'm probably not going to use Leech Seed. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Oh god, no, I want to go listen to Toxic.
I am going to give it Soft Sand because it's my ground attacker.
Rusty's going to click Toxic and he's going to go, it's Britney, bitch.
You know what?
It's not even that song. Who is that? You got the reference I was making,
Yeah, I've seen that video.
And I appreciate that. For the context of the internet, there's a video that you should go watch. It was at a concert, a Britney concert, and they're getting ready to do that "It's Britney, bitch" line, and as the sound on the stage cuts out, getting ready for that line, a guy very audibly yells, "Who is it?" And she hears it, laughs on stage.
And you can see she heard it. She's like, okay, that's pretty good.
Yeah. I'll see if either Nathan or I will post the clip in Discord, which you can join by going to !Discord.
Were we on stream when I figured out that this area drops frames so badly that if you've got a shiny sandwich, you actually get more time? It'll say 30 minutes, and it actually lasts 45 minutes.
See, I'm looking at stream right now, and it looks really good on stream, actually. I was going to post the Discord link, and it actually looks way better on stream than it's got any right to.
Yeah. The illusion of choice. Yeah, you drop so many frames that if you're looking at this 30-minute sandwich and you like time it out. I was watching a video on YouTube, and I had like, there was like a 1 minute difference between the timer on the sandwich and the timer on the video. And I was like, oh, well, that's perfect. When I'm done with this video, the sandwich will be done, and then I can go like do my laundry or something. And I ended up loading up another video because the YouTube video ended so much earlier than the sandwich that had basically the same time left on it. It was so bonkers.
I think that was on one of the earlier patches. The game is running a lot better.
Yeah. I'm just trying to remember if I made that discovery. It can't have been on stream. I was asked if I did it on stream, but I was comparing it to a YouTube video, so it wasn't on stream. Oh, that was the don't fight yet option.
I don't think that's...
Yeah, I don't think it's that one.
Yeah.
No, Adam, I don't think it affected the clock so much as it dropped so many frames that, like, it's like traveling at light speed, but the reverse of traveling at light speed. It was going so slowly that it, like the clock, the clock was ticking slower. There were more gaps between each tick of the clock. It didn't like, I don't know what I'm trying to say. Yeah, I guess it did. It did affect the clock.
Wonder. No. We'll try it.
Yeah.
Or we won't. Fine. Oh.
It turns out Brennan...
So I like the idea that just based on the amount of time between the last couple of star bases that Clive has just completely given up on being a principal at this point.
He hasn't been in the school in several days. Which, why does he need to be? Nobody's in the school. They're all having their adventure.
It's kind of implied that classes are sort of opt-in at this point because of the
great
whatever
the treasure hunt.
The treasure hunt, that's it.
I don't think it's implied that they're opt-in. I think they just are.
There are some fucking nerds that are at the school that are absolutely locked in.
Like me.
That are, what was the thing going around a couple of months ago that the kids were all calling themselves? Academic weapons, I believe.
I did not hear about this. That's very funny. I wish to be an academic weapon.
Well, and Rusty, now that you've heard of it, you can call your kids that.
Absolutely. I'm
And
going
please
to maybe I'll change some of the roles in our official Discord server to be academic weapon. We are experimenting with a student Discord for the speech and debate team. For those not in the know. I'm gonna have to use the potion machine for the first time ever.
First time in forever. There's a Disney song that goes like that, right?
I believe it's from Frozen.
Toad School and Toad Scroll both run so
No, is it from
goofy.
Tangled?
but so
think
differently
so.
goofy.
I think it's from Tangled.
Yeah.
No, I meant the student Discord that I will absolutely never post here. But I manage their
No.
permissions by giving them
Yes.
different roles.
It's from Frozen.
It is from Frozen. Frozen and Tangled, kind of.
So that's what I'm saying, Adam. They're both great, but they're great in such different ways. I really wish that Toadscruel kept the kind of windmilly animation style rather than the jumpy. But
You may
also,
want to reheal before you hit 30 just to make sure that you go into the fight at max health.
yeah. But I also love the jumpy that Toadscruel gets.
The Toadscruel's little doopy hosepipe animation run is the best. Is the best thing in the. Is the best of the movement animations in the game.
Yeah, like, and it's not even close.
Yeah. Like his SpongeBob ass, hosepipe cartoon looking motherfucking ass. It's the best.
All right, Atticus, you weeb.
I have worked with kids for most of my life. This is 100% accurate. The way he dresses, the way he talks, the way he
Oh, yeah.
is.
Oh, yeah.
He didn't really have theater kids. But
Citation needed.
Nathan, the theater was dead when I was there. I don't think they've done a stage play.
Not
since
but
you.
punishment awaits thee, wretch.
Explosion!
See, the joke that I hear from a lot of students is, like, zoink, Scoob! Those civilians were unarmed!
I don't have it. Scooby-Doo to save my life.
Well, I mean, it was recognizably Scooby-Doo. It was fine.
Ooh. Sludge Wave. And that's why you bring him. Because he's got all of the special defense.
Yep.
Mocha's also got pretty good special.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I didn't, like,
up,
one-shot the muck, but...
Why are we beating up Gregory Peck? Like, I agree with it, but...
Because they're both Atticus.
Okay.
Gregory Peck played Atticus.
I
and
forgot.
This kid's named Atticus. I get it.
I forget.
I'm here for you, Adam. I see.
I'm sorry that I don't remember all of the castings of movies.
It was
60,
a
70,
little before your time, Ian.
70 years ago at this point? I don't know. When did the book come out? The book came out in the 50s? Is that when she wrote the book?
Find out.
I have never
1960.
never met in a school a Naruto enjoyer. Every Naruto enjoyer that I've ever met was outside of school.
See, you're...
Well, as a person who went to high school and middle school and such in peak Nart years, I will say I met a few.
Oh, yeah.
I do like the meme. My partner and I send it back and forth fairly often, where somebody photoshopped the Naruto logo to just say Nart.
I can't not call Naruto anything but Nart because of you, Rusty.
Because you've seen that?
He's no longer Naruto, he's Nart.
Because it's the perfect meme. Oh, he
the
survived by
Boruto's
like
dad
1 HP.
me going around for a little while was kind of funny.
I can't hear Boruto's dad in anything else but H-Bomber guy's voice.
Boruto's dad is actually Bort.
Come along, Bort.
Nart and Bort.
My son's name is also Bort.
We're back at The Simpsons.
Everything leads back to The Simpsons, of course. Simpsons did it first.
Including reboot their universe.
Simpsons have also
skip the scenes.
Simpsons have also permanently altered my vocabulary, specifically in the way that I pronounce trampoline.
Yeah.
Trampoline.
Steamed hams is the thing that it always does for me. Steamed ham. Aurora Borealis. The other way it's done in mine is no, it's the children who were wrong.
It's the children who were.
That is the other thing that it is altered.
Well, when I think of my vocabulary, I see it and I think it's a perfectly cromulent vocabulary.
But apparently,
Well, of course, Adam, you're from upstate New York, right?
so apparently they
It's an Albany expression. That's where we all met. Basically.
Doesn't steaming hams just like remove all of the flavor from the ham that isn't salt? In your opinion?
Well, steamed hams is just what people from Albany call hamburger, of course.
Oh.
Not from Utica. It's an Albany expression.
I hate that. Why? Are they steaming their burgers?
No, they're just called steamed hams.
Why? I must know.
Oh, I can show you a video clip that explains it all.
Is it the Simpsons one?
It might be.
Do you have anything else?
Rusty, he is absolutely got true evidence here. Here, let him post it.
Do you have any evidence that I haven't seen already?
Well, I'm pooped. Time to end stream. Seymour, the stream is on fire! No, mother, it's just me shitting Rusty.
You bastard.
Somebody
So, Ghost is next.
recently posted, I saw it on Twitter, and said, in a shocking turn of fate, there is someone has copyright struck all of Rick Astley's music. And so, of course, they ended up taking down the original video of Never Gonna Give You Up that, of course, has billions of views at this point because of the Rickroll.
Yeah.
With a link to it, and there were multiple people who clicked on that link. Guess what the fuck happened to them?
Did they get rickrolled?
They got fucking rickrolled. There was a clip of a streamer that like, no way, and absolutely
fell for it, line and sinker.
And I'm like,
wait, that
God.
was a Rickroll? That whole article was a Rickroll?
No, they posted a link to like, here you can check out the strike here. And
so the strike did actually happen.
No,
it was all completely made up.
No, it was.
So it was. That's what I asked, and you said
Yeah.
no. It was. The whole thing was fabricated.
The whole thing was fabricated.
Holy shit! That's incredible. That's the best news of my life.
Let's see if I can go find.
There's a T in there, yeah.
Where?
It's an Astley, not.
Oh, it is, isn't it? I found it here. The YouTube system is relentless. They actually forced Rick Astley to take down the Rickroll video for copyright violations with
And there's a YouTube link in the
YouTube
tweet.
link.
And the picture of the tweet is a copyright-struck version of Rick Astley's Never Gonna Give You Up.
Yeah. I almost, because I saw it, and I almost went ahead and posted it, and I'm like, nobody here will get caught by it.
Isaac, I don't know. Where is Tepig's capital?
I was about to ask.
I don't know. I don't know what the joke here is, but I'm excited to find out.
How about Hoggington, DC?
I don't know, it's probably somewhere in New Jersey.
Capital steamed ham.
Oh, you're saying that Tepig is a steamed ham. I see. I understand. I know. Look at how little this guy is.
Yeah, he's not a very big Tropius.
He's so small.
Oh, Whittle.
And Tepig can learn Scald. You're not wrong. Aren't Tropius normally bigger?
Pokemon sizes are always been a little inconsistent. But yeah, that looked like a small guy.
Like, I know it's not going to be like actual Brontosaurus size because nothing is except for that one Whalelord. But,
I think the anime's always kind of implied it's around horse size.
Like, it implies that the berries on its chin are like actual banana size.
Yeah.
Because
there's literally a banana for scale on the size of the Pokemon, Rusty.
Yeah. Because in one of the posts, I think, where's the one where he was doing the Battlefront? What was the? Yeah, I think it was the Battle Frontier. Because one of the Frontier brains had a Tropius, and they like he's like, hey, let's take a break, and he's like sitting on his Venusaur, and he reaches up to Tropius and like grabs a banana, grabs the banana berry or whatever, and like peels it and like throws.
explicitly call it a banana. They've only ever referred to it as Tropius fruit.
But like he like gives one to Ash, gives like part of it to Ash.
Ian, I think this may be a sports question for you.
Question: who before August predicted the Tigers would get in the LDS or the 3? Again, Isaac, I'm so sorry that I don't really care about the MLB. I know the Tigers were supposed to be bad because they're kind of been bad for a long time.
Which baseball team is the Tigers?
Detroit.
I'm really sorry.
Detroit
but I
has
don't
both the
care.
Lions and
It's
the
really
Tigers.
funny.
And Chicago has the Bears.
As I say, tell me that Detroit has a team that is the Bears.
Probably.
Like a hockey team or something?
No. But yeah, I just unfortunately a lot of my mom's family cares about the MLB in the way of their big Cardinals, and some of them are even Royals fans because they're all from.
As far as I can tell, there's no team called the Detroit Bears in any sport.
Maybe they probably have a high school team who's got
The Bears.
But I don't think they have a professional team. And so the only time that I really pay attention to the MLB is when the Cardinals do anything, and I know the Cardinals have been bad for a little while now, and so I just can't. Detroit, in terms of teams, have the Pistons, the Lions, the Tigers, and the Red Wing.
The statement Ian made, again, I'm really sorry, I just don't care, was really funny before he finished the sentence.
I'd like to believe that it's honest.
Well, just like a lot of my family cares about baseball, and I tend to be someone who likes sports, and so when I don't like a sport that, especially that like a lot of my family likes, I kind of almost wish I could, but it's just I like going to games. Going
to a baseball game is actually pretty fun.
Yeah, but that's because you're not paying attention to the game for most of the game.
I would say even like playing baseball is actually kind of fun.
Yeah.
But watching a baseball game is it's a little great.
Adam, yes. I do remember speculating about Hydrapple and Diplin Eviolite. In fact, earlier in this run, if you cared, we did have
we talked about
Diplin. Yeah.
Yeah, and we kind of talked about it. I'm glad that I never tried to speculate what it was going to be, because I was dead wrong.
Yeah, nobody was going to guess this.
Hydra Apple is rad as hell, and I would have never thought about it. And I love the name, and it's sick, and Fickle Beam is fun and interesting. Not necessarily good, but fun and interesting.
I think it's fine.
Yeah,
I'm defaulting to it rather than Dragon Pulse. It does 10 base damage less, but has a chance to absolutely pop off.
Yeah.
But it's still high enough damage that it's worth defaulting to.
See, I thought it was...
Adam, I am impressed that you figured out how it evolves on its own.
I would have never...
I don't think I would have ever.
Oh, Ian, it's only 5 less.
See, I thought it was... I was thinking 6.
I'm almost at the point where Dragon Pulse is a move slot that I don't need.
Dragon Cheer is a move slot you don't need.
That's true. I'm going to get rid of Dragon
I was going to say, you may want to hang on to it for this next gym specifically.
That's also true.
But even there, I'd say it's an okay option and not a great one.
Yeah. Cabrera.
Does Dragon Cheer force it to pop off?
If it does, I'm unaware of that interaction.
It's just a doubles move.
See, the thing that like is cool about baseball is the fact that they had a 0.2 chance in August of making the playoffs, and I feel like if something that's a 0.2 chance in a month is gonna happen in any sport, it's gonna be baseball. And so that's kind of the cool thing about baseball, and I really like not necessarily like the Moneyball side of baseball, but the math and nerd side of baseball is very interesting to me. Like the how advanced you can get, how advanced people get in baseball statistics and baseball math is very fun. And I also and you know what? I also like watching
Adam, I'm not able to find anything that alludes to any specific interaction between Dragon Cheer and Picklebee. That doesn't mean it doesn't exist, though.
Yeah.
The boosted chance is like 30%, though. That's way more likely than I thought.
Yeah, that kind of feels about right with what we've been seeing. Kind of anecdotally. I have problems with that word, and I was able to get it out pretty quick there. I'm pretty happy with that. Burn him. Set him aflame. Cobrastryke has
Fast as
so
fuck,
much
boy. Moody is so fun.
Oh, Moody is...
It's silly.
Yeah, it's silly, and it's fun. And when you can get it really revving up, it's very fun.
I think I like Scovillain a lot. Let's see, I don't want to hit this thing with water. Even though it's quite effective, it's probably got steam powered.
I was gonna say the 22 Lions. Nobody thought they were gonna be any good, and then they made a run. When did?
So wait, you're talking about a thing that's super rare, and the last instance you can think of was 2 years ago?
The Detroit Lions are like famously bad, right?
Yes.
Like historically bad.
Yeah. They have quote unquote a curse put on them,
Okay.
and
I see.
And it might as well be accurate. And so a couple of years ago, they made kind of a blockbuster trade for their quarterback, who was really good, but never could quite win it all. He's won a Super Bowl since then. When did Isaac? When was Matt Stafford traded? Was it 2021 or was it 2022?
He's gonna get you, Rusty. He's gonna get you.
Nah, I'm just gonna fight him.
It may have been 20 even. No, I don't think. I don't think Goff has been there now.
I've got so much throat to chop, and he got it.
Yeah, you have two of them.
Because I know Goff made a Super Bowl, Super Bowl in with the Rams before.
Is Scovillain the greatest of all time? Is he the throat goat?
No. We know who the throat goat is. May she rest in peace.
Who are you talking about?
I know who he's talking about. I don't want her to rest in peace. However peacefully, or however she rests, I want it to be as little a peace as possible.
this is a theory.
So it was 21 that Matt Stafford got traded. Okay. Yeah. So the Lions have made a kind of an incredible turnaround, starting in that 22 season, where no one was expecting them to be able to do a whole lot. Where they kind of fell ass backwards into the playoffs, and then used that to kind of springboard themselves into being kind of a contender this year. They're one of the teams that I think has a real shot.
Okay.
Probably because they've got the dopest named player in the league. Their main wide receiver, his name is Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Did you see that clip where he threw a touchdown pass?
Yes. Where he threw it back to his quarterback.
Back to the quarterback who scored a touchdown.
Yeah, who scored a touchdown. And Jared Goff is maybe not the most coordinated human being on the planet.
It looked like just like shuffled into the end zone.
Yeah.
It's pretty funny.
Jared Goff is like he's much more athletic than like Peyton Manning, but he's in that like Peyton Manning tall, kind of gangly looking, not like a great athlete, but is very good at what he does. Though Jared Goff can like actually get out and like run for a first down if he needs to.
So check it out. I worked around it, but I figured out an instance of the AI being smarter than it should be.
What's that?
So this thing put up grassy terrain, and I tried to toxic it, but toxic was going last. And every time I clicked toxic, it would do grassy terrain, then fairy terrain. Because I go last with the toxic, it would do grassy terrain, then magical terrain, whatever the fairy one is. And it kept doing both in a row. It would do grass fairy, grass fairy, grass fairy. Because every time I clicked toxic, it had a turn to decide. It knew that I had done toxic and was able to swoosh me every time.
Yeah.
So I had to work around it.
The other potential thing that could just be happening is when an AI knows a terrain move and that terrain is not up, they are more likely to click that terrain move.
Oh, is it okay? It's just swapping.
Yeah,
that's
what I think may be happening here. Is if it sees the option to use a terrain move successfully, it may highly prefer that.
Yeah.
So since it knows two terrain moves, it may just want to swap back and forth.
That does appear to be what's happening. Now that you say that. Seed bomb's sometimes good, like when a thing has a high special defense.
Especially when it's boosted by grassy terrain.
Yeah. Your favorite Pokemon, Rusty?
Fuck, I forgot this thing exists.
Don't worry, it's here to remind you.
I hope it never gets a cool other evolution that makes me have to use it. I hate it so much that I hope it doesn't get better.
Excuse me. Room Snarl's pretty tough.
Yep. But I'm about to swoosh it. Oh, I didn't.
We're tormenting you.
I always got Torment and Taunt mixed up, especially as a kid. Now, as a kid, I didn't really press non-damaging moves a
I was
lot.
gonna say, when you're a kid, you click the move that deals damage.
I still have a little bit of that problem.
Hi, my name is Blastoise. I'm going to be running 4 water stab moves.
In Gen 1, what was better? The answer is Blizzard, but... Fine. In the Fire Red remake, what was better? You had Surf, you had Ice Beam. What were the other 2 moves that Blastoise needed, Nathan? I would do Energy Ball.
Oh, yeah, I'm keeping Energy Ball. But I also like Syrup Bomb as a unique move. And I am going to swap around after the doubles battle. But I do want to try out Dragon Cheer during the doubles battle.
Yeah. Might as well use it when you have the opportunity like this.
Yep. Thank you for pointing that out, Ian, or Nathan. I would have totally forgotten about it.
Yeah. I think even in the context of this doubles battle, it's kind of a meh choice, but, we're here to have fun, right?
Yeah.
I can't say I wouldn't do the same thing.
Nathan likes playing games, especially when he gets, like, a physical, something that's normally special. He's like, when will I ever have the chance to run this again?
Well, what that is if I, get let's say a Blastoise that just happens to be adamant, I'll go, okay, fine, I'll run it as a physical attacker, just because if I'm ever going to run physical Blastoise, this might as well be.
Yeah.
And I'm not running this mono grass team because it's overpowered.
Yeah. You should have a little fun with it when you can. I think it's just the lighting, but this Abomasnow looks particularly menacing with the glowing red eyes.
Yeah.
I was thinking less menacing and more weed-addled.
That's true.
I'm so fucking high right now.
He's just slammed down the door, and he's just staring at you like, who are you? Why are you in my house? And you're like, bro, I also live here. And now he's just staring.
That is the way he looks at you when he has had a brownie and it didn't do anything. So he had a brownie and it didn't do anything. So he had a brownie and it didn't do anything. And this goes on for a while.
When I was in high school, we had a field trip, out of city. And one of the students brought brownies as gifts for everybody, and another batch of brownies that were gifts for some of the buddies. And they got so high that they forgot which set was which. And that's the only time I've been exposed. One dude that did get it intentionally. Sorry, I'm almost done with the story. One dude that did get it intentionally also had too many. And I very clearly remember being in the spaghetti warehouse, and I think their air conditioner was broken. It was definitely too hot. It was uncomfortable in there. And it may have just been that they were too busy, but we were like, dude, take your hoodie off. And he was like, no. And one of his very close friends got up close to him and was like, you really gotta take your hoodie off, man. It's like you're sweating a lot. You really need to take it off. And he just refused. And we found out later, he whispered back to the guy, and we found out later that what he had said was the reason he couldn't take the hoodie off was because it was the thing that was keeping him from floating away.
Yeah. I had some friends in high school. Nathan knows both of them. hold on. How do I want to say this? Okay. I will give the rest of the details later to my friends off stream. But one of them was was the guy you went to when you wanted to get a substance. Anyway, he and I were very good friends, not because of that, just because he and I happened to be friends and he happened to get substance as well. But so he and one of my other buddies were in. This was their senior year, and they had a math class. Excuse me, this was their junior year, and they had a math class or a science class first class of the day. Now, at Keys, we had just built what we lovingly call the science wing. When Nathan and I went to Keys High School, there was a cafeteria with one hallway that ran the entire building.
It was a glorified pole barn.
And they built another building that they attached by like a little hallway at the end of one of the halls, and they lovingly called that the science wing.
It's basically a big L shape.
Yeah, and so they were down there, kind of far away from where the rest of the school is. It's kind of down. Anyway, so they were like in their first morning. At this point, I was taking I think I was taking concurrent enrollment classes, so I was at the local college for the morning anyway. So I got there a little later to deal with the aftermath of this. Anyway, my buddy that procured substances brought brownies to school with him, and
everyone died. The end. No.
And the other guy who was in math class, or who was in the science class with him, was like, I want a brownie. And my friend absolutely just gave it to him. And
that's wildly irresponsible.
Yes, it was. And he ate it, and he's like, I want another one. And the other friend was like, okay. Gave it to him, and halfway through the second brownie, he's like, what is going on? And so they were also in the front row, according to them. And then the guy who gave the brownies out told him what they were, and he's just like, as he was taking another bite, and apparently his eyes just go wide. He had not really partaken of that, and apparently, so he stopped eating it. But apparently, the rest of that class, he just started going. And so I got there a couple hours later, and our first lunch was happening, and I see my friend who sitting at a lunch table, like just kind of gripping the edge of it, just kind of like staring, and I'm like, and I go up and I'm like, because I happen to see him, I'm like, that's not normal. And I'm like, and I go, I'm like, hey, are you all right? And he doesn't answer me. And
which is an answer.
And one of my other friends,
your question was answered.
Oh my God! Please stop! No! No! No!
You're going for a ride.
I'm going. Did I not tag the... Oh, no, okay. I can fly back to Gliciando. Okay.
Yeah. So I'm like, what is going on? But I like have to get to class anyway. But my other friends just burst out laughing, and they tell me the story. But he was not having a good day that day.
This reminds me of one of my favorite Reddit posts. Title: I took 2,500 milligrams THC edibles an hour ago, and it's only getting worse. What do I do to get rid of it? I'm super stoned. Answer: Bro, I'm so sorry for you. Just go outside now and hold tight on the grass. Hold on to the grass as tight as you can, and don't fall off the earth. It's about to be one of those hard life lessons.
All right. How are we going to fight some ghosts?
But no, one of my other buddies kind of ended up being his chauffeur that day. And yeah, no, I got there and my friend was just gripping the edge of the table, just staring, and I'm like, that's not right.
This is the team, right? Hydrapple, Decidueye, Arboliva.
Arboliva is a very good pick because
It's immune to ghost.
Yeah, it's immune to ghost.
I believe.
I believe in a thing called love.
If you need to, you can just switch back to. If you need to, you can switch back to Toad Scroll to like tank a Shadow Ball or whatever. If you need to do that to get a teammate healthy again.
Yeah. I think it's Snarl. Nightshade is beyond being useful these days. Foul play. I want
Goes off
special
their-
moves. Oh!
Their attack.
That could be useful on Toad Scroll.
It's not a bad move.
I'm going to swap that for Seed Bomb now. Interesting that nothing on my team gets Gunk Shot. Energy Ball is fun. I don't think... Oh, I guess Villain kind of wants it.
You can give it to the villain.
And
Villain?
Ludicolo probably also wants Energy Ball. Let's see what else we got.
Ludicolo wants Energy Ball. Scovillain wants Energy Ball. If you want Grass Stab on Toad Scroll, probably also wants it.
I wish I had Giga Drain.
Giga your mom's.
We want Rusty 6.0. What are you talking about?
Yeah, he's currently on Rusty 4.5. Listen, that update's gonna be a ways away. Listen, we barely got this one stable.
I don't know if stable is the right word.
Yeah, I've always described you as a very stable genius.
Why is Nathan getting cooked?
No, I'm getting cooking.
He's cooking Rusty 6.0.
I am the one who cooks. Ian, we need to cook. Jesse, we need to cook.
Okay. If one of us is Walt when it comes to cooking.
Oh my god, this is so late for Lucky Egg. I forgot about that. I would have liked that plenty of times before now.
Okay.
God, Dreepy is so weird. It's like a Borzoi.
Okay, so I got a what's the Ice Godzilla from this game? What's his name?
Arctibax, Baxcalibur.
Excalibur.
Baxcalibur. So in Poké Rogue, one of the egg moves you get is Dragon Darts.
Yeah.
And so in my head, Baxcalibur is just eating Dreepies at. He's just like throwing them at the enemy. Yeah, knowing these guys, they do try to roast the hell out of me on stream.
It's an invitation to roast us back, and you get us sometimes. Like, it would be wild if we roasted you as much as you did and got mad when you got us.
I'd like to think that,
That you're better than us and won't go on the offensive.
No, but I'd like to think that even though I probably get more hits, I take more punches. I tend to be able to throw them back pretty well. I still think I've got the greatest joke on this stream.
I'm not necessarily disagreeing with you, but it's not coming immediately to mind.
Well, you see, Rusty, you really like Kingdom Hearts, don't you? You like Kingdom Hearts music?
Okay, yeah, that was pretty good.
To be fair, I am the one on the stream who's made you the most angry.
Nathan, you're the one in my life who has made me the most angry.
I don't know if yours was more of a long con prank though, Ian. I think the single greatest joke was "What is it, homeless type?"
See, I don't see that as a. I mean, it's a joke, but like, I would argue that that's a quip, and I think that quips are their own subcategory. But
I think the angriest Ian has been on stream was me discussing the anatomy of a Blaziken.
yeah, yeah, I didn't love that. Still don't, but there's things I have to let go of.
Yeah, that's exactly what we were talking about.
You are looking really good there, Sammy. I like the purple, baby. He is purple.
We Are Number One is 10 years old as of today.
Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up.
Man, Rip, what is his name? I know the actor's name. Because he passed away like 2 years. It might be longer at this point. But
Oh, Sammy, that is some drip.
Carl Stefanski.
yeah. And he's one of those that truly is rest in
He was
peace.
number one.
He was
Number one.
he did lead into the meme so hard, and he was just kind of a wonderful dude.
Ooh, archipelagos are so fun. And it is important to get your mods in order before running one.
Yeah.
One of these days we'll do an archipelago on stream.
I would like to get a change our setup and get a second monitor to really do an archipelago on stream. I think that you really do need, like, especially you want the tracker up and all.
Oh, for sure.
And like, it kind of depends on what game. Like, I think that between Rusty and I, and Nathan and I could kind of help Rusty get through a Kingdom Hearts and help Nathan get through like a Crystal. They've got Crystal, right, on the archipelago.
I think there's a beta for it, but I don't think it's been fully released.
Okay, but like a red or a blue, definitely. Because isn't that what you did last time with blue, red? One of them.
I've done one, and I played Pokemon Red.
Yeah. Wow, that has gotten so much longer.
Right now, the only supported Pokemon game officially is Pokemon Red
And Emerald.
Oh, and Emerald.
Scarlet Violet won't be anytime soon because Nintendo keeps on nuking emulators from orbit.
Yep. I could probably get through A Link to the Past, especially if I had a tracker.
So, Ian, would you want to do KH2 and I do KH3?
Kingdom Hearts 2 is the only Kingdom Hearts game currently supported by Archipelago.
One isn't supported by Archipelago?
Just says Kingdom Hearts 2.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Of the Zelda games, there's Legend of Zelda, there's A Link to the Past, there's Link's Awakening DX. I think SMZ3 is also.
Yeah.
Ocarina of Time is.
But you have to to do SMZ3, you kind of have to weave a couple of different things together. That's Duco.
2 is the best randomizer, so I'm not surprised that that's the one, but it surprises me that 1 isn't at all.
Tunic and Undertale being there are not surprising, but are very funny.
Tunic's hard.
I expected Tunic to get a little bigger than it got.
It's definitely an underrated game.
There was a wave there for a little while after it came out, but it kind of subsided. I'm not saying that it didn't do well, that I don't think it did well, because I do think it did well.
No, it certainly did really well, but it's very, very good and only pretty popular. I'm surprised the Dark Souls crowd didn't latch onto it.
Is it close to a Souls-like?
Yeah. It's more Souls-like than Zelda-like.
There you go.
I know that it looks like a very cutesy Zelda game. And it feels like that for the first hour or so. But it leans hard into a lot of Souls-like tropes pretty quickly.
I like your Hulk-flavored Goofy.
He is very Hulk-flavored. I'm not normally a big yellow fan, but it works on Donald there. I think yellow is a good accent color, and that's about it.
For you guys that are not able to see what we're talking about, Sammy is posting her Kingdom Hearts mods into our Discord.
But into our Discord, not the public one, and we're probably not going to post those in the public one. But you can just take our word for it. And
great.
If you don't believe us, all right, that's understandable.
If you don't believe us,
weirdos on the internet.
Mod Kingdom Hearts yourself, idiot. Got him.
I haven't seen. It took me just a second when I saw Sammy's mod there, because I'm used to looking at modded Sora, but I'm used to seeing the mod that they made for Spike Vegeta, who was like just like black and green. And so I was like, that's not his normal color. And then I had to remember the color I've seen most recently is also not his normal color.
Goofy does look very Ouija.
Again, I kind of think more Hulk, but again, that's just kind of I tend to go to be a comic nerd.
It's Piss Wizard!
Okay.
Or Pizzard.
I am Yensid the Piss Wizard!
Okay.
The Lizard Wizard of King Gizzard fame.
He's not a wizard, he's a wizard.
By the way, Adam, we tested Baldur's Gate and we figured out a workaround and we can load it up on Sunday. A wizard. I'm gonna nuke this thing from orbit real quick. Oh no, it's fast.
Well, I used a priority.
I also used a priority move.
Wait a minute, Rusty. When you use Dragon Cheer, you're supposed to get the critical hits, not him.
I didn't use
No.
Dragon Cheer in this fight. I want to get rid of this Mimikyu before we do anything else.
I see win. Very funny.
Also, that was a good dodge there. It's like a 5% chance.
Yep.
Oh!
Rusty clicked a dragon move into a fairy type.
I saw what he picked.
I thought it
What was it?
resisted, not immune.
I wasn't gonna say anything. You should always remember it's immune because of the proto comic that got really popular. A Nuzlocke artist who hasn't really worked on that Nuzlocke in a long time, named Protocol. When Fairy was announced, had some art get a little popular. It was the Jigglypuff tanking a Draco Meteor from Dragonite.
I was worried about that. Should have swapped. We're really close. Like, we tie on speed and it's a roll. Damn. Now we know.
Yep.
It's physical moves. Oh no, it's any move. Okay. Hell yeah, we're turned around.
Rusty's got it.
I mean, I was never going to lose the fight. I just overcommitted to the two that I started with.
The toxicity, the city, the city. Nathan posted towards again. Towards, go check it out. That heart.
Oh, I've been a fool. She went ghost.
She is going ghost.
DJ G-Rave!
The greatest character in this game. DJ.
Fun fact, if you become friends with her at the Blueberry Academy, she'll trade him to you.
DJ?
Yeah, she sends you, she trades you DJ G-Rave.
Houndstone getting an Omni boost?
Everybody's getting a Omni boost because the battle has gone so long. Damn.
Physical attack and it's Phantom it's really strong.
Yeah, and it's, well, I mean, it's been boosted 11 times throughout this fight. You can tell because of how many text boxes I've had to click through.
It has been a couple. It's stronger than Fly. It's like, I want to say it's like 120. Like, you would like that. What was it? Phantom one?
Well, did he use Shadow Force or did he use Phantom Force? Because they are different moves.
They used Phantom Force. Shadow Force is the really good one.
Shadow Force, I believe, is Guillotine. But Phantom.
$50 power, but changes type based on terrain. Does it double power in terrain?
I believe it does.
So it's 100, so it's better than Terra Blast?
Terra Blast also gets stronger.
Terra Blast gets stronger when you're terrestrial.
Yeah. This is terrain.
I'm not super planning on terrestrializing Arboliva to normal type. So I do think Terrain Pulse is an upgrade to Terra Blast.
Terrain Pulse's power doubles to 100.
wind
Right,
terrain.
but it's a upgrade to energy ball when terrain is up. But it's a downgrade.
Yeah.
I think I'm just skipping terrain pulse.
It's interesting. Kind of one of those.
It's also, I think, the only mon in this game
Right.
that gets terrain pulse.
Right, grassy terrain is a waste of a slot on Arboliva.
I don't necessarily agree with that.
I think you switch a lot less in singles. And so you could be out long enough that terrain pulse or your terrain runs out. And being able to put it up again is not necessarily a bad thing.
Well, and remember how Arboliva's terrain setting works.
Oh, right. It's not a switch in. It's when he gets hit.
It's not grassy surge.
It's seed spitter. Or
Yeah.
seed
sower.
Yeah, you
so
just get
it
hit.
works like sand spit.
Never mind. So actually, yeah, I was misremembering how it worked.
It works like sand
It's
spit.
really easy to trigger seed sower, and it's not like particularly fast. It gets hit. It does.
Does get hit.
All right. Well, I think this is a good stopping point. I think next time we've got a fighting Team Star and an ice gym to get to.
You also have the fairy starbase.
Yeah, but that's still a ways off, I think. I think I'm going to start doing other Titans before I get to Fairy.
Fairy is before fighting. Fighting is the last one.
You're right. Scratch fighting, Fairy.
But yeah, I think you've got 2 more Titans, you've got 2 more star bases, and 2 more gyms, I think.
That feels right. Well, that's going to do it for tonight. Join us on Sunday morning, where we will finally, crossing fingers, finish Baldur's Gate
Yeah.
more than a year after we started it. Yeah. I think that I'm just giving up on, like, I don't have time to do Inquisition before Dragon Age comes out. Like, it would wasted too much time. So
It is
I'm just
Halloween.
I'm just not doing that. Yeah, it's coming out on Halloween. So Halloween night, stop by for that. And obviously, if they've been talking about launching the character creator before launch, we'll do something that night, or at least I will. If we get the character creator early, we'll definitely do that. Other than that, we got this on Thursdays and Baldur's Gate on Sundays. Goodbye. Bye.